Are you woke? Is that a good or a bad thing? Well, we're about to talk about it. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm J. Marcelo Vaquero Alvarez, and this is Half Life Crisis. And today we're actually going to be talking about a term that a lot of people talk about and not many people know how to define. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing. So let's define the term woke. Think about it for a second. When you're talking about the term woke, how does it make you feel? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Does it make you angry? Are you angry at the people who are woke? Are you happy with them? Do you feel like you're one of them? You think that they're crazy? Do you think that they are social warriors, or do you think that they are actually good people? Do they do something good for the rest of the community? What does woke mean to you? Think about it for a second, okay? Here, I'll give you a second. All right. So, well, spoiler alert, there's probably hundreds, if not thousands of erroneous definitions about what woke means to people, but it doesn't matter. Why is that? Well, it doesn't matter because there's only one actual definition about what woke actually really means, and that means to be awake, as in not sleep. In other words, woke means to be awake and paying attention. All right. So, what is all these other weird definitions? Particularly when they say some crazy epithets against liberals or against whoever they find offensive or inconvenient. Well, that, my friend, that is propaganda. It's not real. That's what it is. Okay. So the term woke actually has been weaponized in a way that has become so fluid to make just people feel really angry about why is it that the world is going in some way that they don't seem to approve for some reason. Well, in reality, woke just means to be awake, to pay attention, particularly if there is somebody who's been disenfranchised and they're not being treated fairly by society and they're speaking about it. That means to be woke. So is that a good thing or a bad thing? Okay. And particularly, I would like to talk about some of my conservative friends out there because you might actually be woke about quote unquote things that you feel that you are disenfranchised about. So if you feel mad about, you name the issue, okay? And you speak about it because you think that the system is rigged or is not working for you, guess what you're doing? You're being woke. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it means. Okay, so woke means to be awake, paying attention. All right, so now that we have actually defined that, okay, so why did I actually start, talking about this term? Okay, so the reason is because I have been really frustrated with that. So I've been hearing the term woke for pretty much, I don't know, several years, but it's been taking a lot more chatter, particularly in the last few years because it has been weaponized. And anytime that I was talking to a whole bunch of people to tell me, how do you define woke? They just couldn't tell me. They were just changing the definition or moving the goalpost. And whenever I would be able to, not necessarily challenge them, but just continue the conversation, they would just keep talking themselves into a corner. And as they talk themselves into a corner, they just keep morphing and changing the terms. They're like, okay, well, that's taking us nowhere. So what do you mean by woke? And the reality is that they don't know and they just keep changing. So, with all this frustration that continue happening, particularly with a lot of political figures, not just in the United States of America, but around the world, I decided that I needed to do my part and actually do my due diligence. And the result for that is my book, which is right here. Woke and Proud, The Charlatans Inconvenience, which is available pretty much everywhere where books are sold. Okay. So the reason why I put it in a book format is because well, I'll be happy to talk your ear off for 8 chapters if you want to, but mathematically that's probably not going to be possible. So it just made a lot more sense for me to put it in a book format, and that's what I did. So it's in paperback and in ebook for anybody who wants to see it. But most important, why did I write the book? Okay, so the reason is because as I said, I was getting frustrated, and as I'm getting frustrated, I keep hearing people demonizing woke and talking about woke in a bad way, and just keep changing the definition. So this is what I did. This is a thought-provoking historical analysis of how this term has come to be and how it has been morphed in order to be weaponized by authoritarians. And that is exactly what happened. It has been morphing and changing. If you hear somebody, demonizing woke and they don't know how to explain it, that is why. It's because the actual definition, which means to be awake and paying attention, it's inconvenient. Okay? So it doesn't matter if you're in the left side of the spectrum or you're on the right side of the spectrum when it comes to politics. You could be woke yourself if at some point in your life you've been feeling disenfranchised and you feel that it made sense for you to speak about it. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so doesn't seem to be so bad, now when you're talking about woke, right? Now, and the reality is that we're talking about woke here as a term, and it gets really polarizing, but it could have pretty much be any other word that you can come up with. It's like, I don't know, like Apple, computer screen, headphones, whatever. It doesn't matter, what you call it. It would have had the same effect if this term means something that is going to make it inconvenient for somebody who wants to take advantage of you. Simple as that. Okay? So, in politics, unfortunately, the term woke, it does have this kind of interesting connotation that just makes people kind of feel like they're vindicated by being against that. Okay. So, like I said before, this was meant to be a short video, and I wanted to define woke for what it really is. So, any other definition that you just keep hearing about is not true. It's just noise. So woke means to be awake and paying attention, and of course that is going to be inconvenient for somebody who is wanting to shove another type of narrative that is likely not even on your best interest. So that is the reason why I wrote this book, and that is the reason for this video. So thank you so much. Hopefully you hit the little bell and subscribe and like it or anything else, so you can help me push this message as far as we can. Thank you so much. Take care, guys. Bye.